I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it, man, I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man, we can't be stopped. On the strip.
Yo, what's up? It's the Raw Show podcast, and it's your boy Roy, the big homie.
And this is your boy Paul Clark, your favorite barber's favorite barber. Google it.
And we still here with my homeboy, Big Quizzo, Mr. Columbus, a veteran in this shit. Y'all niggas recognize the new project that's out right now is Think Big. Now, bro, getting back to it, and Think Big. What brought you to the thought, like, cause I know you was talking about, you know, how much the music, you inspired by music not being heard the same. What brought you to like that title for the album? Like, is it like from the same elements or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Because I know coming up with different project shit. I used to really never label my music or songs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I would label it. I would let the music or what I'm doing let me label it. Like, so I might make a whole song and it might not have a name. I might have a hook and everything to it, but it might not have a name. And then I'm like, the filter or something like that. You know what I mean? Because of the content or something. What gave you the thing about Think Big?
Concept, really just manifestation. We become what we think we are and what we think. So you think big, think money, think cars, think jewelry, think cribs.
Yeah.
Like, think big. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, just people out here suffering really mentally. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with the physical. Physically broke, you can come back from that at any point in time. But once they got you mentally broken, you all the way gone. So it's like you become what you think you are. So think big, think money, think cars, think jewelry, think cribs. Think big.
So what would you say to somebody that be like, those are the things you think that make you big? That might not be somebody else's mentality,
perspective,
what life is, what rich is to them. Yeah. What would you say about that?
I mean, really, music is really just me speaking to myself. Like, it is no music that motivates me out there. So I needed something to motivate me. So this is what's motivating me right now. Like, you know what I mean? It's easy to get caught up and be one of the lost ones out here type, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, focus, think big, think
We've seen a lot of lost.
Yes.
I got a question. Is the flow of your album like
Question from the audience.
I got a question. Is like the flow of your album like the same? Is it like some slow songs? Is it like a different like feeling throughout the album?
We were asking,
like, you know what I'm saying?
I got a variety.
We were asking, but I apologize, and I don't even mean to interrupt you, but when I did ask you, you were saying think big, but still, with some cuts off the joint, people still do check out the song. Think Big.
Think Big, the first joint, Who Want What, you know what I'm saying? Like, really just bars, the beat, you know what I'm saying? And that element of, you know, just braggadocious with the music. And I got a little something for everything on there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said it's not Columbus music, you know what I'm saying? The music is, because I'm everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in Cali, I'm in Atlanta, I'm all over, so I gotta make music that can touch people all over. I'm not just reaching people in Columbus no more.
Were you able to adapt to what like society is asking for without feeling like you're selling out or something?
I'm gonna just continue to be me. They want you to make music where, you know, you talking about killing your own people and you degrading your own women, and you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what's becoming like acceptable. And I'm showing you right here, right now, like, you ain't even gotta have them elements in your music to make good music.
But I always say that because all the stuff that you just named, that's what the public is chasing for.
Yeah.
So as long as that's supply and demand, you know,
So
if you
like,
talk about something else different and it ain't selling, I just wasted all my money trying to sell some people some stuff that they didn't even want. So okay, if you ain't talking about this, then I can't sign you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's what we want. You know what I'm saying? That's what's killing shit. You know what I'm saying? We want the artist to actually be a murderer.
To be out here doing
We want that motherfucker to actually be a drug dealer. We want that motherfucker to actually have 5 kids by like 6 different baby mamas and
He
shit. He ain't
just went
taking
too
care
far
of
already.
nothing. Yeah, that's what we
He ain't
be
gotta
doing.
have 5. How would you know he got 5 baby mamas?
Because it's been like that since Bobby Brown and
It's
shit. Come on now.
stereotyping
You know what I'm
motherfuckers.
saying? When the real you come out and it's adaptable, like, hey, I got 5 kids too, like 4 different baby mamas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it that's when you
That made
gravitate
me a
to
happy
it.
rapper.
You know, like when Ice Cube and them was saying fuck the police, and because we've been pulled up for some bullshit, so we adapt to it. Like I know what the fuck you talking about because I'm going to.
I was still scared of the police, but then we just talk about even growing up. I'm like, man, I ain't fucking with them.
Abortion pills now is acceptable right now. Everybody listens to music when they got some shit like
When they
that.
take that, what's the pill? Like you can
The morning after?
Yeah, that shit is right. You can buy that like an X pill. They buying them like X pills. Like they got a lick on the.
How many you done bought?
I ain't never bought none of them. I don't pay my $250 like everybody else. I don't pay my fucking $350 like everybody else. I would say $250, $350 like everybody else.
I done
That
bought
wrong?
3. I done bought 3.
3 of them. I took in the
Three
machine.
pills, or you can pay for 3 abortions.
Same thing.
That's the same thing.
I'll plead
What
the fifth.
happened? Glad B.
Man. Niggas is crazy. So you got something for the ladies on there?
I got a couple of joints for the ladies on there. I got a couple for the booty shakers. I got some shit for the strippers. I got some shit for the sophisticated women too. So, you know,
Y'all should get this project.
touching everything. Like, you know what I mean? It's 12 songs, so I'm working in that range. Like I said, I had to touch everything. Got some shit for the West Coast. Got some shit for the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? The booty shakers. I got the reggaeton joint on there. This is my first time going off into some reggaeton. Just, you know.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The album is live on every streaming platform, you know what I'm saying? So, and then you can get the hard copies too from my people, like I said, that like the CDs, that like to listen to an album, that really want to hear an album and not just stream a song or nothing like that or nothing. So yeah, you know, I come from there. I like to sit and listen to your music. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, you know, like.
You just dropped a new video.
Yes,
Where can they see that at?
new video, Think Big on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, right now to the DVD drop and we get everything else in order.
So right now, we usually go into some other shit, but we like to talk about some of the topics and stuff that are going on too. You know what I'm saying, and also in other parts of the entertainment or just the world period. You know what I'm saying. I know you've seen the Alabama riverboat shit.
Watched it a couple times.
I just want we got it in here to speak about 5 people indicted in the shit. It's probably more than that because they said something about the dude with the chair. They like they
He
got
one of the 5.
they got him. They got him because they ain't have him at first.
Yeah, he one.
They just wanted him as they act like they wanted to talk to it. They wanted him for question.
Or is all the people indicted black?
No, 4 was white. They turned themselves in.
Yeah,
They look like
Dude
Dennis.
with the chair.
yeah, dude. He's the lady with him with the chair. Like, why everybody been pulling out the chairs and they mean?
I think that was the only black dude, right?
It was indicted?
I don't know.
I know it was 3 guys and 1 girl.
So what do you but my going on what I'm saying is, how do you feel like the way that the motherfuckers that they indicted them, the first 5? What you thought about that? Like, well, how did that make you feel? Because with me, the situation, everybody acting like it's really like the coming of Christ or something, or like black people that this shit done. Oh my God, niggas done came together. Right?
I didn't even know indicted. Like,
Yeah, I think that it was a dope moment, but with things are the way they are, ain't nobody learn from that shit. We already know white people are racist, black people are racist, and we also know as soon as that shit went the way it did, the first 2 men standing there, that was wrong. The one thing that was wrong, I'm gonna tell you this, is how long it took him to throw his motherfucking hat in the air and then react.
He's like, fuck this job.
Right? Because but he stood there like, whoa, fuck that, and just stood there like, He let the white boy get out on him.
He was contemplating what he was gonna do. Was
Yeah.
Fuck that one.
Earthfit, was
Listen to this. When you do this,
Was I gonna resist it and keep going it, or I'm gonna say fuck this job?
Home wife
So
and
then
shit,
he
like,
thought about it, he pondered on it for a second, and he was like, you know what, fuck
Yeah,
this
fuck the
job.
job.
That was the hat, was like,
but he
fuck this
already
job.
went at him first. He punched the shit out of him the first time, and he was like, fuck that. I'm thinking he gonna be like,
So the
what?
limit is whether the charge that's a hate crime or not. That's what they're actually trying to find out. Like, we're gonna get deeper into it to find out if it's a hate crime, then it's worse off for the 4 white people that was
But that nigga, that first nigga, the first 2 motherfuckers, and that motherfucker punched him, and that motherfucker took 4 seconds to throw his motherfucking hat off. Nigga.
You're not
Thing
so
is,
sorry
just
for it.
contemplate, like, if you were on your
Thinking about
job,
his family.
if you were on your
He
job,
punched him.
and your job is
Yeah,
to
that
keep your
moment
cool,
clarity.
and I am security, and somebody put your hands on them, and
I'm
they gave
security.
you multiple.
But you said security.
I feel sorry
he
for
was
the white
security, he was
people
dock
that try to
security.
break it up.
One at a
He
They
time,
got
one at a
stopped in their
time.
shit.
He was dock
That's what I feel
security.
sorry for.
So you gotta think about it. If I'm security and my job is to deal with hostile people, what's the extent I'm going to take before I'm like, fuck this job? It's now my morals and my character. I'm no longer going to be
Once a motherfucker
disrespected.
put
You
the
put your hands on
it's
him.
all-
Yeah, but
it's
sometimes, like in some jobs,
He
like
did.
say you're a police officer, people put their hands on you all the time. Sometimes you have to.
But you
not
turn
have
up
to.
around and cuff him.
But again, he was security, so it's his job
I mean,
to deal.
still, it don't make no difference. That's his point. But I'm just saying, he might have thought that. He might have did all that.
He couldn't turn
It
around.
is-
But what you do if a motherfucker punch you in the face? What you gonna do?
At my job,
Yeah.
I would have reacted the same way. Fuck the job. I would have no longer care about the consequences that came with hitting
'Cause the
somebody
motherfucker
in
ain't
my
supposed to put
job.
their hands on you.
Because I am on the clock at the end of the day.
Mhm.
So I either got to be the bigger person or say, who cares about whatever's going to happen? I'm willing to do whatever consequences we have that
It's
because
somebody
my
that
morals won't allow me to let somebody put my hands on them and not get it happen to them.
Motherfuckers not supposed to do it anyway.
But even with
They're not, but if I'm signing up for a job that is security
I'm
and know
joking.
that that might be the extent of the job, and I might have
I'm
to
joking. I'm
go
probably
up
gonna
and
get
touch some people up
He
out
don't get
there,
paid for that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you might get hit a couple
He
times.
don't get enough. He don't get paid enough to get jumped by 5 white boys.
He
But he might, that
But
might just
originally-
be his job.
originally-
And, you know, he
'Cause
gotta
he
pay
was
his
down
goddamn
security,
bills.
So that means for they gonna see like after a motherfucker punch you, you could feel like, oh, I ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't about being tough or none of that. Cause once him and the one dude got into it, then a group of motherfuckers came and jumped on him too.
Yeah.
He already said fuck it. He threw the hat off. He said fuck all that shit.
Yeah, so then he started fighting, and then once they started tussling him, the other
hat
guy
man-
didn't know who was going to get the better
He probably
end of it.
said, "You about to get your ass whooped now, white boy."
Yeah.
First 4
That's what it looked like to me. Like he just nigga. Other nigga definitely would have been on his ass, hat on, all that. But when it seemed like he was talking shit, like you shouldn't have did that, partner.
The first 4 that was arrested, like, okay, one of them was a bitch. They all turned themselves in. 2 of them look like dentists. You know what I'm saying? Y'all look so fucking harmless and shit. And except one of them would look like he looked like a UFC fighter. So I could see them jumping and beat the shit out of his ass. But I feel sorry for the motherfucking white people that was trying to break it up and they still got stopped in their shit. Cause it's like you don't know who there to hurt or who there to help. You don't know.
Right, it just turned.
You move too fast, bitch. Pop. That's what the fuck you get.
Valuable lesson.
You better help slower.
Nigga, so I don't know. And to me, I just think the longer that nigga did that with the hat, that was he made the decision. It should have went because he went in and fought.
I think that the dude with the chair got indicted because the excessive amount of force that he
Yeah, well,
used.
Yeah, but he hit that bitch in the
Right.
head.
Because if you've seen the fight, the officer was there for a long time,
Yeah,
watching
right.
people tagging people.
Yeah.
They didn't do nothing until that dude was like,
Yeah,
all right,
police
cool.
was there.
I
Now,
would look. I see the shit. You see the shit from the lady that had the camera inside the boat,
inside the
and
boat,
dude hit that bitch in the head with that.
on the outside, I was like, oh yeah. I was like, I ain't never seen this angle. I was like,
First 48 hours shit, right?
That's what they did. The same
It's
thing.
terrible.
That's what should happen every
Killed
time
the
they fuck with us though. Every time they do something or they violate, that's what should happen. It shouldn't just be that one occasion and then we shouldn't just mount up to fight back for that. We gotta fight back with these niggas out here killing
Yeah,
niggas and
that's
shit
right.
too. Like fuck all that, man. Like you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
right.
We gotta come together for that too because these are children out here that's being harmed in the process. So, you know, even though that was long overdue, we gotta come together and get rid of that element.
I didn't look at it the same as the way the media is fucked up. Cause even though they helping motherfuckers be like, nah, hell no, that's wrong and shit like that, they playing that shit every 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then helping it be pumped up into something like, and helping the black people
They want
think
to
they
start,
is.
they want to start that race war. They want to get that
Expression
race
is if you see something, say something. That's never gonna work. Because it ain't a black community thing, it's a poor people thing. Poor people think alike. You know, I'm not gonna tell on you for what the fuck I seen you do. Because I'm telling on one of my friends, my kids' friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling on my cousin. I'm telling on somebody's sister. You know what I'm saying? That's why the streets don't talk. We talk to each other, but we're not about to talk to y'all.
Talk about the media. What the media did with the whole situation.
Yeah, the media's gonna only go off of what we say. That the media is see something, say
The
something.
media was there. My
You know
fucking
that?
saw them the fucking video, ASAP.
Yeah, but the media is still gonna go off of like what the fuck we do. You know what I'm saying? Like
And what the point I'm making
they're
is,
about to bring out the jump out boys again. They talking
you
about
said that already, but my
Yeah.
point that I'm making about that, the point I'm making about that is, the media can take you eating that chicken, eating your food and drinking that beer, having this conversation. They put a bunch of money behind it and make it like Paul.
Criminalize.
The shit we've been wanting them to do is to bring so we can get a bunch of attention. Paul be talking, fuck Paul. If they just put a whole bunch of shit behind fuck Paul, and you talking shit.
They doing it to Trump right now. I know it's them.
That they can direct the way the shit go. Trump is doing it for himself through them.
He did it to himself.
He's doing that for himself. They can just make that shit. They turned it into what they wanted to believe. But it didn't really make nothing great for black people while motherfuckers is, cheering it on. It ain't even a cheer for me. It's just like a notice, a nod, a look. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that happened. Word, that should have happened. You know what I mean? That's like motherfucker should have helped that nigga. Them punk ass white boys and lady jumping and shit. Like, it's just like they should have helped him. Why wouldn't you? And not have to know him to do the shit. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. Motherfuckers is acting like, yeah, niggas is working it out. Niggas ain't working it out, though. Niggas talk all that shit.
And you gotta think about where it was at. It was in Alabama.
But I think in reality,
But even, I'm saying, even as a whole, motherfuckers just more talking about the way the shit should be going or do. But it's like, the one thing that shit need to take is a motherfucker, if that's the case, is the organization to create movement. And I think the fuck from a bunch of niggas be like, you know what, man, maybe we should do it. It should start from that. But it's going to take a small group to get the big group to listen to the bigger group or to create a bigger group, because we have to lead by example. And that don't happen. And the only thing is teaching us is the internet and TV. It ain't even TV. It's just motherfuckers sitting at their personal computer in their hand.
here's the realistic thing. The thing is right here. Everything you've seen, if you saw that right there, we just looking at it. And the thing that makes it so big is that if it happened anywhere on this motherfucking nation, and you was there, what the fuck would you have done? You would have did the same shit. Every last one of y'all in
not
this
ran
room
over there to help.
would have picked up some
I
chairs.
would have assessed it from my distance.
I wouldn't have swam across the water.
I would've did none of that.
I would have right in my
But if I'd have been right there and they needed my help, I'm gonna look like,
And that motherfucking white boy push you out the way with a fist and shit, you gonna whoop the fuck out of his ass and anything like that.
I mean, I would have to be there and be going through it. But I wasn't in there. I know for a fact.
Anybody in this
I
room
know
to sit there and say, I'm gonna look and I'm gonna record it and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's like,
I'm not about to
how
run
could
and just, they might
But
not
we
need me to
are
come in
at an
there.
age of recording and not helping.
Yeah.
I mean, you fight
I mean,
see
'cause that person can't
online and stuff like that.
Even before I come and jump in with you and you fight a nigga one-on-one, I'm gonna look and see if you got hands first in the situation before I jump in. I might not need to help you.
you gonna assess it like, hold the fuck up.
Yeah, I am. To see if what,
Nah,
you even got to
it ain't working. It
consider
ain't working. I'm gonna act like, hey, somebody's trying to break in my car and shit with it. The exact moment somebody stole on you, boy. That's what everybody assessed it. It was like,
Nah, I ain't talking about that.
two ass whoopers in one day, they necessary.
I shouldn't have to worry about it anyway. If I see you can't handle yourself, here I come. Let me go get fixed it from ball.
But if I'm completely straight, you seen that.
Huh?
If you look like they was
But if you was getting strangled,
I mean, the black people there, they didn't know that officer. They didn't know him at all. They just looked down and said, that's fucked up, and they went to go help.
They did what they supposed to.
And I think everybody in this room would have said, the fuck, and go to help.
if I'd have been that one part of that doc, nigga, I'd have been standing over there like,
It is the place. Ohio ain't as racist as Alabama.
Yeah.
you said
So
what?
in Alabama, Yeah, they're more likely to happen because in Alabama that's probably happening
Yeah.
more often than it is
It's
happening
possible it
here.
can happen, because it's.
But there was
a lot of
several
racist
white
motherfuckers.
people
Anything in the South can
trying to
happen
break
like
it
that.
up. They got stolen. Wow, you got your ass whooped. They said you wasn't the aggressor. You was trying to break it up.
We-
I'd have beat dude's ass right there. I wouldn't give a fuck about none of that. I'd have kept my job too. Especially if I've been on that bitch.
Yeah.
Listen, he hit me. What you want me to do?
Yeah, but you
Them
still get
motherfuckers look
fired.
like politicians too. They
Because
got
I had a job and like
They're
while
turning
I was at the
themselves in.
job, like one of my coworkers ended up getting into an altercation with some dude that was just shopping for jewelry. So he ended up walking outside of the jewelry store, whooping dude's ass. They ended up firing him still because
I wouldn't have gave a fuck. I would have never.
yeah, because it's,
I would
it's your,
never-
at that point it's your principles. You got to be fucked up.
I'm saying even for the job, like if it's a
Disrespecting me
security
and
job,
putting your
like,
hands on me. Now I don't care about this job or nothing else to go with it. So at that point, you're making a decision to which one is more important, the
that's
job
your breaking point.
or keeping my respect or allowing my
fuck respect. Motherfucker, if you
disrespect
touch me, it's back. Come over here. Come here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I ain't asking you to hit me. I ain't sitting over here like, but a motherfucker just punched me and I'm doing my job. Hey, y'all can't park right here. Unless he walked over and said, you can't park here, you white motherfuckers.
Yeah,
That's we don't know what that audio said, but I'm saying that
I'm sure that's not what it was saying. I'm sure.
I'm
it was
just saying,
like,
I'm just
hey,
saying
you
you
can't
never
park
know.
here because the ferries come here. These big ass boats come here. Your
So-
little boat can't come here.
No, that's what it was. It was like, this is where the state comes and park their boats right here.
Yes.
You can't, it's almost like parking where fire hydrant is at. Like you can't park here. Like no, not right here. You
And
can't.
they be like,
Okay,
fuck
you
you,
can
They
nigga.
wouldn't do it anyway. So it's like he untied these shit.
And they be like, fuck you, nigga. We can park where we want. We the
I know.
Jackson family. They probably own some shit. Probably own half the dock or something. But I'm just saying that motherfuckers. I mean, everybody react. I would definitely assess how it's just a security job. Yeah,
I mean, some people just reacted once like the dude who was arguing with his wife, and when the police came, he let off 62 semi-automatic shots because they took the wife and daughter out of the house. Like, it was all cool when he was in the house, but then when you escorted them out the house, it's like that.
Wasn't
now that's charges.
he drunk?
That's a dumb.
He was drunk.
That was stupid.
He was drunk, but he was cool until they took his wife and daughter out
So
of the
that
house.
dude. So you saying he let off 62 shots
After they took his wife and daughter out
in the air?
No.
At the
it was-
police.
It was all in their windshield.
At their
Well,
windshield.
I'm just saying. They took her for what?
So him and his wife was arguing because he was drunk. So his 13-year-old daughter ended up calling the police and was like, hey, my parents was arguing, my dad is choking my mom.
Choking
out
her
right now."
mom. When they
Choking
pulled
I
her
up,
don't want to finish. She can tell the story.
Yeah, so choking the mom. So then when they pull up, he's still choking the mom. So they're like, all right, cool, we're going to separate y'all. We're going to take them out for their safety. They escort them out. As soon as they drive off, he's like, what the fuck? Y'all got me here? And he starts shooting at them.
So, and you saying that to say what?
I'm saying that to say you just can't respect no one's reaction. It just,
He's an idiot, right? That's what you're saying.
He is an idiot.
and everywhere. I mean, it's not. I just had a guy pull up something where you got all these police attempted murders on police officers. You know what I'm saying? So he pulled up something. The dude on South High Street, you just picked up a glass. Now I'm gonna come and raise at the officer, so he had to shoot you. Now you dead. You know what I'm saying? The dude at Gray Southern, you gonna rob a motherfucker in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? And the bitch, the 911. He's out there robbing my boss right now. My boss, I'm like, you love your boss? I ought to watch my boss get robbed and shit. You know what I'm saying? But she reported this 2 minutes later. Police pull up, so he started firing at the police. Shoot one in the leg, and then they kill him. You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of that. You got a lot of fucked up shit that's going on right now. Everybody's shooting at police right now.
Right. But in all hindsight, from the shit that happened on the security guard, that she going from was from the shit that happened from the security guard. Any of that, all that shit is
All I'm saying is
on the
that
situation you in or not, like to be in or not. You know what I'm saying?
Either
Like,
it's a hate crime or it's not. That's what they're looking at.
you don't know it's a hate. You don't know
You're
it's a
just
hate.
doing
No,
your job.
that's what they
All
looking
I'm
at you
saying
right
is
now.
that
It's worse for the.
you're
Okay,
doing
that's
your
just
job.
assault. If you would just say that's what happened. But if I find it's a hate crime, you did this to that dude because he was black, that's 3 years extra on whatever the fuck you did. Plus assault.
You got a good lawyer thing.
So that's what they going after him now. We're gonna look into this shit. We're gonna do the super hearing and shit to find out what the fuck said was. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? If anything
Because
you
if
say,
you do say that,
He
you say
better not.
that
He better not be done said. Y'all motherfuckers can't park here.
yeah.
it don't matter.
Now I don't think he
It
would
don't
say
matter.
that off the rip. I'm gonna just pick y'all and say, I mean, excuse me, y'all can't park here.
Motherfuckers can't park.
Cause that's routine. You routinely say
You get
that.
your black ass out of here, Bernard.
And his name was Bernard. So racist.
Goddamn nigger. Get out of here. My family own this shit. Punch. Bernard like, see down there you go with that one. Tell you, man. I want to hear the tapes. The tapes. That's gonna say it all. Then we can talk about this shit again because then I'm like, all right, I know what you said. But other than that, it's an assault. 187 on the undercover fucking hungry in the building.
I mean, but sometimes when you select security jobs and some jobs, you just don't know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
And then the extent of how somebody.
Now you know though that on the application, if it's an armor job, if you got a gun or you don't got no gun.
If there's some drinks around, goddamn.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
walk into
Sometimes
some
there's drinks
bullshit.
around. Sometimes
All
people
that.
get out of
You know the Marine,
character.
the
Shit
motherfucker
that they wouldn't know
They
they
drink
did.
every weekend. He
they
knows
do.
what's up every week.
Shit that they wouldn't know do they did. When they start drinking, they shoot at the police. They
The
fucking
motherfuckers
attack the
get to
police
shooting,
officers.
so
You know what I'm saying?
When Ray J wanted to fight Fabulous, he was
Shut
drunk to the motherfucker.
About to get dusted off. He got dusted off by Fabulous, didn't he?
No, they ain't really fight.
I can't. I don't believe Ray J either.
They tried to steal on Fabulous.
Yeah, I don't believe Ray
That was
J.
dumb.
Cause he from Carson. I don't believe.
If I had
But anyway,
wish.
so even y'all talking about gunplay and shit, you been fucking. You see the shit they gave Tory Lane, 10 years.
What they gave him 10 years?
Yeah, 10.
I didn't even see this.
How harsh do you think that is?
So like, I think that it all could have been prevented. Because at the beginning, instead of him denying his guilt, I don't think Megan Thee Stallion was like looking for him to be penalized. I think she was just looking for him to accept ownership to what she had did to him. And then because
He wouldn't drop
into,
charges
like,
though.
he went into like public opinion, shaming her, saying that she lied. She like, all right, matter of fact, this
It's a
is what
lie
happened.
behind it
The
still.
whole story was crazy, baby.
Yeah, it's a lie behind it still.
You're gonna have to
I think it's a
explain the
cover-up.
gunshot bullet into her foot. Somebody here gonna have to explain. They gonna let it disappear because she say.
Did you guys like watch the live trial and stuff like how it was
The whole
going?
story was crazy.
Yeah, like the whole thing was crazy. Like just him like admitting to it.
Like
and,
even if
like,
he
going
wanted to
through
say,
it.
even if she wanted to say, oh no, I don't want to press charges, nigga. We are looking at the bloody foot right here. We have to. That's like smacking the fuck out your baby mom and they pull up and they see the black eye and shit. It's
I mean,
down,
you just-
but you see it. So you
I mean,
gotta
it was
sue.
just so much that going to like it was like a live event. It was on like TV. It was being like helicopters. It was like all right. There was so much that one thing. It wasn't necessarily even her taking up. Sometimes when
But it
two
was
people
four
get into
motherfuckers
an
in the car,
argument,
right?
they two people get in an argument. If you got enough evidence anyway, the state gonna pick it up whether or not they got a cooperative witness. I got
There's
enough
four
evidence.
motherfuckers in the
If
car.
she really got shot in the foot, because right after that she was out there twerking and you just don't.
I mean, but
that
that's
shit
what I'm
just
saying. So,
happened.
like,
so if she really got shot.
I don't necessarily think she got shot by the gun. I think she got shot by fragment pieces. So like, just like,
I don't know, black female
what's
that's
that?
gonna let you shoot her and then get back in the car with you. So a lot of that shit don't even make sense.
So-
If you shoot me in the foot, I'm not
Okay,
getting back in the car with you.
Right.
Have you
Okay.
ever, have you never been with somebody, you've never been with your friend who got a toxic relationship? Because I've been two people that shot bullets at people's
That's
cars.
what I'm saying. That's
and
the new
then
shit.
20
That's what I'm
minutes
saying.
later,
He used to kind of have that sometime, but that's
I know some
You
people
shot
that
in the
some-
foot, you ain't even safe.
I
in
know
the
some
vicinity
people
with me.
who have some super toxic relationship that have shot their baby mom, maybe doing shooting
I know
wars
it,
at each
dude.
other.
That's whack as hell.
Literally,
One at a time.
they literally do shooting wars,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
like 20 minutes later, they're laid up next to
It
each other.
exists.
So you can't say that some people's toxicity isn't what connects them together, or people who don't feel like that's how you feel love, because sometimes that be psychological,
But I
and
know
the
for a
views
fact,
be.
one of my sisters do who shot her in the foot, she's not getting back in the car with him.
Hey,
Why
I know
not?
I
a
know
guy.
that for a fact. She
Why not?
either call her one
Why
of
not?
them, she
There's
either call her one of
100
us.
women that get
Why
beat
not?
up Why not? I know some girl that got her ribs broke and then still hop back in
I
the
know
car.
there's some women like that. I'm
I
not.
know a bunch of women like
For a
that.
guy, I know a guy
I know
that
a
got
bunch of
shot.
women like that.
millennial.
He got shot twice in
Yes.
the stomach.
Exactly.
He got
That's
shot
what I'm
twice
saying.
in the
So maybe that's not
stomach
your
by his
generation,
girl,
but I know a
and
bunch
waited
of
3
women.
years for her to get out, and they together right now. And it's weird because if other women try to, hey, what's up with you? He just look just like this. And he won't say shit at all. You know, I don't want the problem. You know, but you still with the same person that tried to murder you.
Literally, you
Yeah,
know, so many
yeah,
people
that
who've
ain't
been
really-
stabbed.
And they think
what's
that's me, and all I can say, I hate to hear you
Continue.
even saying
your,
that.
Your co-host
It's
is one
hard
of
to-
the people. Ask
it's hard to
him
measure
why he
somebody
still
else's
continue to
love
go
on
to
somebody
crazy
else.
woman who- You know what I'm saying? So
That's what I'm saying. I hate to hear
some
that.
people's tolerance for crazy and toxicity.
That's lame. I
is
mean,
like
because
just crazy.
that's whack as fuck. Because it's all kinds of crazy shit. It's all kinds of relationship. It's like it ain't new, but it's acceptable. It's more acceptable now. Like chicks being toxic and doing toxic shit and being all this, that, and blah blah blah. On both sides, on the male and female side, it's a whole lot of shit that I can't even believe. Niggas, this supposed to be a man? This supposed to be some man type shit? This supposed to be some woman type shit? Or whatever. The things that are accepted is crazy. My sister would never get in a fucking car with my cousins, none of them would never do no shit like that with no dude, and they don't fuck with some nigga, you know, like motherfuckers that was somebody or something like that. And if this mother, she ain't gonna say, oh well, and still,
how many
because these
abused
niggas is bums. Ain't no,
How many
bum
abused
ass.
women do you know?
How many what?
Women that's been
But
abused.
if she was in love with him, she probably would.
Abuse is on many levels. I probably know every woman has abuse in
I
their
mean,
life.
but not
somewhere.
necessarily. I'm talking
all type
about
of abuse.
physical abuse. Physical abuse. A lot of times, that when people do go physical abuse, they always go back to their abuser because they think that.
Yeah, they probably do because
Yeah.
that's what they
So you
that's what
can't
they
say
respond to.
just
But I'm
because
just
your sister
saying.
do
But if you got a
X,
girl
Y,
that's
Z.
20, 19 years old, you saying she responds to the abuse from home or the abuse from relationship?
I'm
Because
just
that's a
saying,
lot
so
of
like,
relationships.
So when you think about Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion don't have a mom, a dad, or a family.
She had a mom.
She had one, but she died right when she had famous, right?
Right.
So when you essentially got into all this fame, all this wealth, into all this what's the name, and now you don't have that guidance. You don't have no family structure around you.
You got
So you're
common sense.
more likely to go. You're more likely to
She
hear what
got
somebody
handlers.
giving you. You know what I'm saying? Like guidance or feeling like they're pointing you in the wrong direction. And even if they are abusing, you're more likely to fall into that because again, you don't have no family to fall back into.
She got handlers, like
Oh.
most of them new motherfuckers.
Did you say somebody drink Jack Daniels and they abuse it?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Remember if I know who was that?
everybody that drink Jack Daniels got a white beater on and beat you, shot your girlfriend, your baby mama, whatever the fuck it is and shit. When the police pull up and say, you got that bottle right there, what the fuck you gonna do? Fucking bitch! This is my house! This is my bitch! The fuck I want? No, I got Carol! Carol!
I do like that.
I don't know where that came from. Where that come from, guy?
People are seeing that they know the capabilities of violence is there.
If I think 10 years
I
is
like
harsh to give him.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think
10
10
years
years
is
is very much harsh to give him because at
Right.
some point she was in condonance.
I would have dismissed
I
it.
mean, that's what
It's
I'm
a
saying.
That's all it is,
Like,
it's
that's what I'm
assault.
saying. I understand that.
Felonious
That's
assault.
domestic violence.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily even assault. That's domestic violence.
That's
because
felonious assault.
It's
It's
for
a
real.
shot. If she
Yeah,
got shot,
I understand that. But
that's
she
a
didn't-
felonious
I don't
assault.
Think, I don't think she got shot. I think he was shooting at the ground. And
Whatever
fired
it is, it's still a
bullet
felonious assault.
Hit her foot.
Yeah, because she was
Because
twerking.
it's
If
how
I shot right here and it bounced to the ground and hit you in your foot, they're gonna charge me with felonious assault.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
They
I mean, I got
are
shot in my wrist and I was
assault.
still playing pool.
But still, like, felonious assault isn't 10 years. In Ohio, 6.
No, I'm saying that's all it is.
No, you know why it is? Because if you were, you know what I'm saying, like if that was me or something, and I said, oh yeah, off the rip, I did that, and that would show remorse, so you would get lesser. But you said you fought it and fought it and fought
I
it.
think it's
I'm gonna look
because
at you.
California.
Yeah, I'm
It
gonna
is
look at
because,
you
but
like,
you know what I'm saying? Like in California, gun charges, it's like New York. It's a little bit more severe.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're doing crimes with gun, and do take it more harsher. And
His
he's
lawyer
also
said-
he's not a citizen. So it's a lot
what they about to start
different.
doing on
I
Ohio.
It's a
Motherfucker,
lot of
expedite you,
different
motherfucker.
when you're not a citizen of the United States coming here and committing crimes.
If he be
And
Jamaican,
definitely
they
hold those people
expedite.
out on harm. So I think that's why he has so much.
Canada.
Yeah, right. I said expedite me like a Jamaican, nigga.
Nah, I
Yo, nah.
very much think.
Down.
No, I said, no, I just said it's from Dr. Like in Jamaica. That wasn't trying to be funny.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the next episode you're supposed to be on right here. This episode is broke you live like Crunchy Munch.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you live?
Do it again.
Dun, 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 dun.
This episode of Raw Will Show podcast has been brought to you by.
I got a taste for some greens. I want something different. I mean, some chicken from Marfim's Kitchen when they know ingredients, mince, and list, and not brisket. I like my cornbread this. Pick up the phone, come get this. They got the biggest sandwiches. Ha. Thinking of Jesus. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup.
Marfim's Kitchen. Holler at us. We got you. 614-556-2174. Next week. Smoked turkey legs.
Ooh, yeah.
Stuffed or smoked?
Stuff.
With what?
You'll be I'm thinking we're gonna do
Put some
a couple
greens
things.
in there.
Greens,
Mac and cheese.
Inside the turkey leg.
Well, it don't go like that.
Mashed
We had a
potatoes.
conversation yesterday, but you get it on your platter.
we gonna see.
Sorry,
Oh, you hungry?
And
Since
the
Wednesday.
Rover Show is also being brought to you by. Life should be relaxing, but it's not. Sometimes you have to create your own enjoyment with many different creme velour flavors, such as berry beautiful, tangerine mango, exotic plum, and don't forget lemon haze. Relax, kick your feet up and enjoy the taste. Creme velour, draped imperial grapes. Creme velour, my lord.
I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it, man. I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped on the strip.